waiting for your partner, Cordelia? Or are you on your own today?
It's just me, Lord Ryoma. I've never had much luck in finding sparring partners.
I would imagine people would line up to train with a genius like you.
Genius? I don't know about that. Actually, I think it might be that kind of reputation that keeps people away. Since I started as a knight, people have avoided me for fear I'd embarrass them. Apparently, I have a habit of winning, so now I mostly train alone.
I see.
It's better than not training at all. There are so many people depending on me. I have to be ready in case I'm needed. I refuse to let my allies down. It doesn't matter if people think I'm a genius if I can't protect those in need.
You really are a model warrior, Cordelia. Serious, smart, focused. I'm reminded of my retainers back at home, Saizo and Kagero. Ninjas.
What's a ninja?
A master of many skills. Kagero is an inspector, a protector, a strategist. And Saizo completes any task, no matter how unpleasant, with no complaint. Sometimes I worry that they don't feel their work is appreciated.
I wouldn't worry about that, Ryoma. Anyone would be honored to be working for you. I mean, I don't have a liege myself, but I'm sure you'd be a good one. I bet Saizo and Kagero love working for you.
Isn't that funny? For a second there, you sounded just like Saizo. He once told me there was no greater joy than serving a liege you respect. And that was all the reward he needed. I even think Kagero said something similar once.
They sound like happy retainers to me. Just like I said, you have nothing to worry about. They're glad to serve you.
Yes. I can only hope they know how proud I am to be their liege. Cordelia, how would you feel about training with me every now and again? Perhaps I could break you of your pesky habit of winning all the time.
Of course, Lord Ryoma. I'd be happy to spar with you.
Excellent. There's just something very familiar about you. I enjoy your company. You have the same spirit as my retainers.
It's really sweet how much you care about them. I wonder what else I'll learn about you in these training sessions.
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. I don't have many secrets.
We'll see. In all seriousness, I'm happy I'll have the chance to get to know you better.
The feeling's mutual.
Ha! You're not getting away with that.
Okay, you win. That was amazing, Lady Hinoka.
It was close.
No, it really wasn't. I've never met a Pegasus Knight of your ability before. Are you up for sparring again tomorrow? This is good training.
I was just going to ask you the same thing.
Then it's a plan. Well, I'd better get back to work.
Again? Come on, Cordelia. How much work could you possibly have to do?
I need to organize equipment, inventory weapons, look over the accounts.
Okay, stop. That sounds so boring. Can't you get someone else to do it?
It's my duty to do these things. I can't just hand them off to someone else. Anyway, I better be on my way. See you tomorrow.
Wait a sec, Cordelia. Training isn't over quite yet.
But I mean, you beat me.
Right. But now I believe you need to train yourself to rest.
People are counting on me, Lady Hinoka.
Yes, they're counting on you to fight. What good are you if you're exhausted? Even just now, you were having trouble with your lance. How do you think I won?
Are you sure you didn't win simply because I haven't trained hard enough? I can train and do my work too. In fact, it's my responsibility to do both.
Ha! This might be the first time I've met a warrior who works too hard. Listen, I'm just worried about you, Cordelia. Can't I help somehow?
I appreciate your concern, but delegating is one skill I've not mastered.
Fair enough. I'll delegate for you. First things first, I'll do all your work today.
Lady Hinoka, there are too few hours in the day. You'll never finish in time.
Then how are you going to do it? Never mind, don't answer that. Just leave it to me. I do this kind of stuff all the time in Hoshido. Seriously, my retainers are completely useless.
I can't let you...
You're not letting me. I'm doing it. Now, just laze around for a bit.
Laze around? I'm not sure I know how to do that, but if you insist, I'll try. Thank you, Hinoka. You may have a tough exterior, but you're very generous.
Oh, stop with the waterworks. Anyone would suggest the same thing. And after today, you'll split all your duties with me, okay? We work together, we rest together. That's that.
By your command. In the meantime, I guess I better go figure out how to laze. Lady Sakura, are these the herbs you were looking for?
They are. I couldn't find any when I went looking earlier. I hope you didn't go to too much trouble.
Not at all. I just happened upon them. And I'm always happy to do you a favor, Lady Sakura.
How sweet of you to say. You remind me a lot of my retainer, Tsubaki.
Really? How so?
Well, you do kind of look similar, but it's more than that. It's more like your auras, that's it. You're both so positive. And everyone always talks about what a perfectionist he is. Just like you.
I don't know if I'd use the word perfectionist to describe myself.
Then there's the fact he's such a hard worker. I don't think I've ever seen him sit idle. It's a little worrying sometimes, the way he pushes himself.
It sounds like he holds himself to very high standards. I suppose I can sympathize with that impulse.
See? You're not so different. Oh, but that means I have to worry about you too, doesn't it? Not that it's not a good thing to want to be perfect all the time. It's just, if you push yourself too far, you could hurt yourself. And the last thing I want is for you to get hurt, Cordelia. You and Tsubaki both mean so much to me.
Lady Sakura, don't get yourself so worked up. I know my own limits. Come to think of it, I had a similar conversation not too long ago. Someone told me that I could learn to ask others for help a bit more often. Of course, being me, I immediately set out to get better at asking for help. But now, thinking back on it, I'm starting to wonder if I kind of missed the point.
Maybe a little. I'm sure your friend didn't want you to feel like you had to try even harder. The reason I, and perhaps your friend, want you to reach out to others is not because you need to be perfect. You're perfect the way you are.
Oh, Lady Sakura, thank you. You've cleared a few things up for me. Good thing I found those herbs, huh? Hey, next time you see Tsubaki, you should say the same thing to him.
Good idea. I do want him to know how important he is to me.
Since he can't be here, I hope you'll consider me a suitable replacement.
I have no doubt that you are. But don't overwork yourself, okay? Not on my account.
Yes, Lady Sakura. I promise to ask for help if I need it. Happy?
Yes, I'll look forward to it.
Cordelia, is something the matter? You're looking at me a little funny.
Oh, I am? Sorry, it's just that your movements are so similar to Crom's. It's kind of mesmerizing.
Really? In what ways are they similar?
Well, for example, you sheathe your swords exactly the same way.
That's quite specific. Is there anything else?
The way you use your finger to turn the pages of a book. And how you both slice meat to such a deliberate thickness. The number of times you blink and... oh, the way your hair twists into cowlicks.
I had no idea you were watching my father or me so closely. I suppose I should be grateful. I never noticed little details like that. So if not for you, all those quirks we have in common would have escaped me.
How funny. Every time I look at you, I can't help but see traces of your father.
Do you think that means one day I could be as amazing as he is?
You're already amazing. Like I said, you two have a lot in common.
I understand that we have a lot of the same habits, but he's a man of character and an amazing swordsman. I'm eons behind him.
You have nothing to worry about, Lucina. Greatness is in your blood.
I don't know. We're technically the same age, and look at him. He's perfect.
Your father's anything but perfect. Even he'd admit that. Besides, you shouldn't obsess over being perfect. I learned that from Crom. Everyone has their shortcomings. That's why we need and must support our allies.
Yes, that makes sense. And it takes some of the pressure off. I do always try my best to be a sufficient and reliable ally.
You are. Our friendship has already been a source of strength for me.
Really? That's so good to hear.
Lucina, you're young, smart, beautiful. Keep working hard and you'll be fine.
Beautiful? That means a lot coming from you. You're the most beautiful woman I know. I'm sure my father feels the same way.
You think so? Not that I care or anything. I guess it's nice, to get that confidence boost.
I can't imagine you needing a boost of confidence. But if you ever do, I hope you know I'm always happy to sing your praises.
Thank you, Lucina. I think we both have plenty to be confident about.
You know what? I believe you're right.
You look nice today, Cordelia. But then you always look beautiful.
Oh, thank you?
You even make crushing an enemy look ladylike. I don't know how you do it.
You want something, don't you?
Not at all. I just think you're amazing. And I hope one day I'll be as beautiful a lady as you.
You keep using that word beautiful. I'm not sure the description really fits me.
Of course it does. Honestly, I think it falls short. Even my brother thinks so. He's always going on and on about you. How you're a hard worker, talented, on and on. He really likes you.
Huh? He likes me?
Maybe he used the word admire. One of the two.
Ah, so he respects me. Yes, that makes more sense. In any case, I'm honored to receive Crom's praise. Thank you.
No problem.
You know, Lissa, your own hard work hasn't escaped my notice.
Yeah, I guess I try hard at stuff.
It's just one of your many wonderful qualities.
Really? Like what else?
Like just now. You're so excitable and sweet and innocent.
But that's all little kid stuff. I want to be a mature lady, like you. You know, smart, kind, generous.
Well, you're those things too. I think you're just as strong as me.
Really?
Of course. Every day you remind me more and more of Exalt Emerin. Your strength, your kindness. I'm reminded of her every time I look at you.
I don't know. We're so different.
Maybe, but you're still sisters. You have more similarities than differences.
You know what? You're right. But even apart from that, you're still my #1 role model.
Then I will try to be a lady worthy of your admiration.
I can't wait till I'm a beautiful lady like you. Then we'll be best friends.
Oh, Lissa, we already are. Lady Sita, I finished polishing your equipment. I also took care of the fitting.
Oh, why thank you, Cordelia. I hope you know that you don't really need to do all that for me.
I do, but I can't help it. You're my idol. You're Lady Sita, the legendary Pegasus Knight.
Legendary? That's a little excessive. The only legend I've ever associated myself with is that of Prince Marth.
Don't be so modest. You soar with perfect grace. Your shadow alone inspires fear in your foes below. And your kindness has swayed even the hearts of your enemies, they say.
Now you're exaggerating, though I appreciate the compliment. You command a great deal of respect as well, Cordelia. I'd love to possess your bravery, skill in scouting, organizational abilities.
Really? It's an honor to hear you say that. Would you mind if I asked you something, Lady Sita?
Of course not. What would you like to know?
I heard this legend. It was about 3 Pegasus Knights, sisters. It said they could join forces and perform a powerful special attack. Would you happen to know of them by chance? I believe they lived in your time.
Are you speaking of the White Wings of Macedon's Pegasus Knights?
So they do exist! I've wanted to learn their technique ever since I heard the legends.
I've seen them use the maneuver you're talking about, but I'm sorry to tell you, I never learned it myself.
Oh, so you probably wouldn't be able to teach it to me then. Unless... Well, you have seen it, right? Maybe you could recreate it.
Maybe. However, you need 3 people to perform the move, like the sisters.
You, Lady Hinoka, and I are all Pegasus Knights. We could do it. We'd simply need to learn how to harmonize our movements. Don't you think it would be worthwhile to at least give it a try?
I suppose. I guess I never really considered it before. But why not? I think our bonds are strong enough to make it work. I must say, your passion is infectious, Cordelia. Let's find Lady Hinoka and get started right away.
Really? I can't believe that I get to learn this move alongside my idol. If we do manage to pull it off, it'll be like achieving 2 lifelong dreams at once.
You drew laundry duty, huh, Cordelia? Need some help? You've still got the weapon inspection after all.
Thanks, Oboro. I don't want to take your time, but could you grab those baskets?
Got it. Just leave it to... Oh, whoa, that's a lot of laundry.
Yeah, everyone's been training extra hard, so no one's really taken the time. Those 2 are still going at it over there. You can see them all the way from here.
Is that Prince Crom and Frederick? Do they spar one-on-one often?
Frederick likes to keep an eye on Crom so he can scold him for breaking things. He's been especially destructive lately. It's driving Frederick crazy.
Speaking to you always reminds me that Elysians have such strong personalities. Aside from Crom, there's that brilliant tactician, right?
Yes, Robin's tactical senses are not to be trifled with.
And then there's that weirdo swordsman who speaks like a total goofball.
That's Owain. He can be a bit overdramatic at times. But isn't there a Norian who talks like he's in some weird stage play too? And that guy whose collar is always inside out. What's that about?
Well, that's the Norians for ya. A bunch of no-account know-nothings.
Are you okay, Oboro? Something strange is happening with your face.
Sorry. My face sort of does that on its own when I talk about Norians.
Oh, my. Well, in that case, let's talk about someone who's not Norian. Like Lord Ryoma. He seems awfully strong. And then there's Lord Takumi.
Yes, Lord Takumi. He treats his retainers with such kindness. He recently traveled to the south and bought souvenirs for Hinata and me.
Oh, there. Please don't cry. It, makes me uncomfortable.
Sorry, Cordelia. It's just remembering that. Couldn't help it.
You really care for him, huh? You're totally overcome at just the thought.
Well, you're one to talk, aren't you? I've seen how you cling to Prince Crom's side during battle.
Sure, but our relationship isn't as clear-cut as liege and retainer. I respect Crom, and I vowed to fight for him. Crom is a strong and kind leader, and an amazing soldier.
True, though he doesn't act very royal all that often. But I guess that's why he's so easy to approach. He isn't trying, he's just him.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand what makes Crom such a good leader. But I guess the differences between him and Takumi are clear. Lord Takumi's so gallant, and he really seems to care for his retainers.
You got that right. There's no finer person in the world than Lord Takumi. I guess we're more alike than I thought, to each fight for someone we care for. Sounds like we're kindred spirits to me.
Kindred spirits? You really think so? That's quite the honor.